evening and welcome back to Coliseo Iván de Beidou in Medellin, Colombia, the final game of Group A in the 2017 FIBA AmeriCup tournament. Alongside Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Feda. One game already in the books today. It was Puerto Rico over Brazil, 89-80. And all Mexico needs to do is win this game, and they are through to the semifinals. Colombia, meanwhile, looking for its first win of the tournament. No doubt they want to put on a good show for the home fans in their final outing of this tournament. Alongside Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Feda. Mark, this game could be interesting. Colombia, it's one of those situations where you really don't have anything to lose and you're playing in front of your home crowd for the last time. You want to put on a good show. Mexico, they may be a little tight knowing that they have to win to make the semis.
You know, Colombia's going to come out and give it all they have. We've seen two gritty performances by them, and they go at it. You know, you have Juan Tello at 16.5 a game, Michael Jackson 14.5 points a game, Tony Troca at 13.5. So they're going to bring it. Brian Angola. So you have four starters right there that have average in double figures. Mexico is high-powered offense. They just get volume shots. They've been shooting very well. They're 50% overall from the floor, 38%. Now, the one thing that's a detraction for them is that they only shoot 58% from the free throw line. So in a close game, that could come back to get them.
Don't forget, Colombia will be without Stalin Ortiz. He suffered that injury a couple of nights ago. They played without him last night. One game in progress right now in Bahia Blanca, a Group B game as they are underway. It's Virgin Islands and Canada tied up at 20 in the second quarter. Another Group B game coming up later tonight. Argentina and Venezuela. Look at Team Colombia being introduced out on actually a visiting team at this game. Although they are wearing their yellow colors. Mexico, home team in this game, they're wearing green. So I'm not sure that worked out.
Mexico is led by Alex Perez, 18.5 points, and he's a non-starter. He comes off and does a heck of a job, and is also leading with 5 assists. Lorenzo in the middle, 13.5 points, 6.5 boards. Francisco Cruz, shooting guard at 12.5 points a game. They get good bench play out of Gabriel Jerome. 10 points, 2.5 assists. Jorge Gutiérrez, 9 points and 4 steals.
Now for the national anthems. First for Mexico. morning once again, and welcome back to Coliseo Iván de Bejú in Medellin, Colombia. The final game of group play. We're at the 2017 FIBA AmeriCup tournament. Final game of Group A, I should say, as Group B is just getting started. Group C yet to begin play. One Group B game going on right now. Virgin Islands and Canada in Bahia Blanca. They are tied at 23. Play in the second quarter. There you can look at our officials for this contest. Andres Martel of Uruguay, Jorge Espinosa of Cuba, and Matthew Myers of the USA. Team Colombia and Coach Guillermo Moreno, they're pretty deep even without Stalin Ortiz. It's just a matter of can they sustain the play of their big men and sustain the shooting from outside to keep up with Mexico. There you get a look at the starters for Colombia. Same starting five as last night: Moreno, Jackson, Angola, Troca, and Tego.
They just have to find a way to get more points off the bench. They're only getting about 16 points a game. Against Mexico, they're going to need a lot more out of their bench for that. Mexico is getting 41 from their bench. And again, they're averaging 84 points a game, so they get up and down the floor.
Here's a look at Team Mexico and Coach Sergio Valdeominos. Avalos, Gutierrez, Cruz, Benitez in place of Hector Hernandez, and Lorenzo Mata.
You mean to tell me Benitez and Mata are in at the same time?
Oh boy. Some hellacious screen set.
Yes, there will be.
Alex Perez. The other player to watch out for Colombia is Michaell Jackson. He's having a very good tournament. Put up a whole boatload of points last night. And there's a look at Sergio Valdeominos.
He has good coach hair.
He does. Nothing like you, of course.
I think he's got a little more.
Yeah, but you style you so well. So versatile.
Well, you know.
You can do the man bun, you can do the dreadlocks.
If only the people could see us.
Defensivo, tú con el 4, tú con el 8, muy atento, tú con el 11, con el bola, tú con el 20, atento al tiro y tú con el 23. Mirar una cosa, no tengamos prisa, hay que construir en defensa para acabar al final del partido ganando, ¿eh? No tenemos prisa, vamos a empezar construyendo y trabajando.
Right now in Group B, Virgin Islands leading that game 30-27 with 2:46 to play in the second quarter. Argentina and Venezuela play in a couple hours in Bahia Blanca in Group B. And then tomorrow, Group C gets started as USA and Panama play in Montevideo, Uruguay, along with Dominican Republic and Uruguay. We will be in Montevideo on Tuesday to pick up the rest of those games there. In Bahia Blanca tomorrow, Group B, it'll be Canada and Argentina, and Venezuela and Virgin Islands. FIBA doing just a tremendous job logistically, running the tournament in 3 different places simultaneously, and 4 if you count the fact that the finals are going to be in Cordoba, Argentina.
thing is...
Not want to be Javier Otero.
No. I wonder if he's gotten any sleep.
As in the air, we're underway. Mata wins the tip from Choka. It's the third different set of uniforms we've seen out of Mexico. Solid green with white trim. Gutiérrez between the rings, 5 to shoot. Picked up by Teo. Popped out of there by Teo, but it goes off the foot. And so Mexico will get a fresh 14. That's a good eye on that official. Just got the right foot to Teo. Now stolen away by Michaell Jackson. Gutiérrez bumped him, no call, and Jackson lays it in. It's a 2-0 lead for Colombia.
Beat him to that ball. Beat Gutierrez to the ball. 50-50 ball.
Another near steal for Colombia. 4 to shoot. Carlos, his shot tipped. There's Teo. Now Jackson. Inside to Teo. His baseline jumper no good. He loves those baselines.
He's very, very accurate from there.
Mexico steps on the baseline on the rebound. It'll be Colombia ball. Excellent job, despite the fact that Colombia is out of contention in this tournament. VIP seats all filled up behind us and to the right. Stands across from us. Just section 54 behind us. Even more folks than in front of us.
And they're very vocal.
There they are. Down in the corner for Gutierrez for 3. No good. Onto the rebound. Up off the pass and in. And count the bucket. He'll go to the line and try to complete the 3-point play. Foul is called on Echo Moreno.
This was a good move by Coach Valdeomios, putting Benitez in the lineup. Now you got Mata and Benitez, which are a tough tandem for anybody, let alone Colombia is a little bit undersized in the 4 and 5 spot.
Not to mention, you can also bring in Israel Gutierrez, who's done plenty of numbers. And oh, by the way, Hector Hernandez as well, who started the first 2 games at 6'9".
He was just having troubles getting his shot going on track. Maybe this will get him a little relaxed coming off the bench tonight. Right.
Jackson, nicely by Cruz, now across the 3, and that's good! Jackson's got all 5 points for Colombia. They need 5 too. Cruz. Take this leg way high. Defense came over. That's bad.
Can't have any letdowns in this game.
Seven shoots. Jackson picks up the dribble. Teo, 3 and 2. Gets it off. Benitez rebound.
Good defense by Mexico, icing the ball in the outer third.
Back up to Gutierrez. He pops straight through for Gutierrez.
Shot looked a lot better shot at it anytime he gets it.
Jackson.
Columbia's only shooting 20%, only down the low.
Gets the rebound over Avalos. Teo fades away in the lane. Lost the rebound that time.
That's his move, but I don't think he needed to fade on that.
Mexico 3 of 10 from the floor. 2 of 11.
Nice give and go.
Avalos with the easy bucket. Mexico was up 3-9-6. Foul on right on Gutierrez. And that's going to be a foul on Moreno, and that will be his third.
That's a tough break.
Unfortunately, I think Atencia was actually already up and ready to come in.
He was sitting there ready to go.
Last we see of Moreno for that's 27.
Say the second half of this one. Like in the first game, rushed her on the ball.
Really the only two true points they have. Moreno and Atencia. Jackson taking number 2 at 6'3". She's 6'4".
Both can handle it, but they are true point guards in that sense. And the Atencia is going to be a pass first guy like Moreno.
Wins the first free throw. At halftime, Virgin Islands leading Canada 35-30. That would be a little bit of an upset. Major upset. At least in my book. Teo, the offensive foul.
Oh,
That's a good call. Teo drove and dished and ran over Mata. We'll see it here. That wasn't in the frame.
there we go.
It's a set.
See how he kind of moved his right shoulder into him now?
Yeah, he should flop a little bit over there. Sold it enough, though.
He did.
So Teo sits down with 2 fouls.
And that's a big one, too. They can't afford to have him sit. Alex Perez in the game for Mexico.
Watching a minute ago about Virgin Islands, Canada saying Virgin Islands would be a minor upset. Some might see it as a major upset. But I've seen enough of the Virgin Islands play that to me that would not be a major upset. A minor one to be sure, but Virgin Islands absolutely relentless. They have big scorers.
saw that in the first game too.
Yeah, we did.
It could be part of the heat, but it could be just it's cooled off now. Yeah, we noticed that last night too.
Yeah. Back-to-back plays by Team Colombia.
The crowd was really right in our ear back here. They're looking at the replay over our shoulders. But when you think about it, this is Colombia right here. They go on these runs like that. They do an outstanding job. Now they just need to sustain this. Look at the dunk by Brian Angola.
Now the fans get the wave started.
Think you can bring that back to Wrigley Field?
No. I think the wave went out about 15 years.
Yeah.
Should have seen it in Mexico City 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
At Palacio de los Deportes with 18,000 people in the Armadillo.
What a cool name, the Armadillo. And by the way, what arena are we in?
We are in Coliseo Iván de Bejú.
Thank you.
I don't think you've said it once.
Nope, I'm leaving that one to you.
You've said all these difficult player names.
Fake.
Garibay misses the dunk. Here comes Colombia. Ooh, Jackson very nearly with the carry. Perez from the elbow. No good. Rebound back tapped and fought for. Out of bounds off of, I was going to say they went off of Michael Jackson. Boy, I thought that went off of Jerome.
I'll tell you right now that if they would have scored that trip down, this place would have gone bonkers.
Imagine if it would have been a 3.
Job. We get 4 to 5 points off the bench, 4 to 7 rebounds.
Atencia. Perez has to be careful. He's got 2 fouls. Jackson for 3.
team, and the place is going nuts.
Atencia, long three ball. With the clock winding down, 3-2. Now Giron flings it up. Actually hit rim.
He's asking the official, hey, I got a bump going up on that. Official gave him the thumbs up, saying, nope, it was clean.
Last couple plays of this second quarter, the three by Jackson, and then the follow by Mata. 17-15 in favor of Mexico. We're back in Medellin in just a moment.
Stats are virtually even coming into the second quarter. The only difference is that Mexico is 0 for 5 from threes. Colombia is 2 for 5. And that's your difference right there.
Mexico shooting 29% overall from the floor. Colombia 26%. Angola with the three-pointer and the foul. On Gutierrez, even a little sell job on that, but there was enough contact, I think.
Well, we saw him sell a couple last night like that too, late in the game.
So Colombia with its first lead, 18-17. Angola cannot complete the 4-point play.
Angola, one of the fan favorites here in Colombia. See his jersey.
With all the signs are sitting right behind us tonight. Yeah, he sure did.
That's twice now where Perez has left the floor with the intention to pass, and the passing lane is closed up.
It looked like he took 2 steps before he passed, and that kind of hurt. And Perez, while play was going on, was still talking to an official. So a foul away from the ball. That foul just going to be on Israel Gutierrez, his first. Time he gets the dunk.
1 for 3 on dunks. That time he didn't have anybody contesting.
Mexico back on top by 1. Bob inside from Angola to Mascara. He can't get it, but Javier Perez follows.
Mexico has to rotate quicker on that. And they string out the point guard out top. The big.
Mexico did a good job getting back. Now Angola, wide open three. Yes! 23-19 Colombia now, and all of a sudden Brian Angola has taken this game over.
Coach Valdeoneos over there with hands on after that shot went down, looking in disbelief as to, come on guys, what is going on out here? Defensively, they're out of rhythm too.
Yaron answers at the other end for three. High arcing jumper over Gutiérrez. Tough shot by Benner Mascara, the 24-year-old out of East Tennessee State. By baseline left side.
Still was exciting. Big men out there.
Atencia the pull from the baseline. Pretty shot by Hansel Atencia. His first 2 points. Almeida getting some check in. Oh, pretty good there by Gutierrez. Yes. Atencia. Putting it underneath. Mascara went up with a dunk and drew a foul. Timeout after the foul by Francisco Benitez. This is his first. 4:52 to play, second quarter. Mexico by 1.
Oye, quiero esto. Segundo tiro convertido. ¿Quién cobra? Segundo tiro. Hanner al centro, el trabajo sucio lo vamos a hacer entre Almanza, Hansel y Michaell Jackson. Hanner y Chiquillo, hermanito, ahora Chiquillo sobre todo a nivel de línea exterior. No estamos siendo. ¿De acuerdo? Segundo, ahí hay que mover el balón para poner el balón en el suelo cuando los espacios estén abiertos. Porque si perdemos balones en primera línea nos meten canasta. ¿De acuerdo? Entonces, más circulación con pases y a partir de ahí jugar incisivo, pero no quiero jugar tanto parado, bote y a partir de ahí. ¿Era claro? Vamos a subir línea. Vamos.
Craig, what's interesting to know is that Colombia has done this run here without Juan Teo or Tony Troca. They've turned what was their weakness, their bench scoring, into an added plus right now so far. Free throw shooting team, so they're not bad.
Star hits the second, and we're tied up at 30.
Full court pressure. They have the lineup in here that can do it. Very athletic.
Cruz gets things settled down.
Now let's see if Cruz takes Atencia into the post once he passes the ball here.
Gutiérrez. His hook won't go. Hernandez can't find the rebound. Cruz, the open three. Missed it. Hernandez the rebound. Here comes Atencia. Traffic and lays it in.
Play a lot with Moreno on the bench. Jimmy Fowler has to play the whole half.
Gutierrez with a nice catch and shoots. He's got 9. Shot clock at 8. And Mejia pushed by Guillaume. Foul line for Luke. Shot clock had expired.
Great effort.
Couldn't hear the horn because of the crowd noise.
Veteran move.
Yeah, applauding.
Yeah. Veteran move by Perez. Tie his shoes, settle everybody down.
And Atencia looks like the official and says, what's going on? Atencia parks that out of bounds. I thought it went off. Perez.
Coach Moreno going exclusively with his bench players right now. They're doing the number. All knotted at 32.
Reverse up off the glass won't go. Avalos back to Cruz. Thought about the open three. Avalos launches the bomb. No good. Gutierrez the rebound. And the follow is Owen Avalos. Mexico on top now by 2.
Oh, nice pass.
The hook pass to Benitez. He goes off the square. Again by 4. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Atencia backs it out. Gutiérrez for 16. High off the back iron. No goal. Rebound Avalos. Pass to Mata is tipped. Alley-oop to Almanza, misses the dunk. Mejia saves it though. Now Atencia, the open 3. Thought about it.
He just would have shot it right in the hesitation. We talked about that before. I like that little look he had to Almanza.
Kick out to Mejia for 3. Paul Mejia buries the long-range shot. With the shot clock winding down and Colombia back to within 1. And Mejia called for the foul at the other end, battling with Mata. They stepped in intensity. 7.2 to play. First foul against Mejia. Right by Francisco Cruz.
It's on his 4th point.
Back a 3-point lead. Perez and Benitez.
I think I know who will win that battle.
Timeout, round 3 with 38.9 to play in this second quarter. Virgin Islands continues to lead Canada in the third quarter, 53-44. This is the 2017 FIBA AmeriCup tournament.
¿Usted para qué lado va mejor, Hansel? ¿Derecha o izquierda? Bueno, pero decime a uno a dónde querés ir. Derecha. Ok, entonces Hansel trae la pelota por la izquierda si tenemos un tiro más. Aquí va a estar Didier Pérez. Aquí va a estar el chiquillo. Hey, aquí va a estar Jean Paul. Y aquí va a estar Almanza. No haga ninguna, que por eso hago el cambio defensivo. ¿Queda claro? ¿Vale? En ataque queda un ataque. Tenemos 1 o 2 ataques. ¿Correcto? Jugamos pulgar arriba. Con pique y repique, pulgar arriba. 20 desde aquí y cambia el ángulo de bloqueo. Déjale su derecha libre para atacar. ¿De acuerdo? Y si no, juegas el pie. ¿Queda claro? Atento a la esquina. Quiero a Garibay aquí y Gabriel. No, a Garibay aquí y a Gabriel aquí. Vamos. Salida de presión.
Nice inbound play from Perez to Cruz. Atencia will distribute the ball. He's got 5 assists.
Does a nice job.
Atencia hits the free throw. Importantly, Atencia only with 1 turnover.
Exactly. Mexico with 9. That's a little bit above what they're at. They get about 12 to 14 turnovers to a game. They're already at 9. Full pressure. Slowing them down.
Between the rings. Inside of 30 seconds to play in the half. There goes the screen by Mata. And Mata gets called for the offensive foul. He gave him a little extra shot with the arm. See it here. Yeah, he moved into it.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
That's a no-doubter right there. Actually, that's a pretty easy call.
Getting it to Atencia. Shot clock off. Game clock at 20. final game of play in Group A. Mexico ended up shooting much better from the floor in that second quarter. Colombia still just 27% from two-point range, 35% overall.
And they made up with it by hitting 5 threes in the first half.
Mexico with 10 turnovers in that first half. Welcome back to Coliseo Iván de Beidou in vibrant Medellin, Colombia. We've enjoyed our time here, that's for sure. We will be heading to Montevideo to pick up Group C games. Group B opening up play tonight. Game underway, Canada and Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands with 6:14 to play in the fourth. They had just been up by 16. The lead has been cut to 11 at 69-58. That one will bear watching. Argentina and Venezuela set to tip off in a little over an hour in Bahia Blanca. Group C gets started in Montevideo tomorrow. And we will pick up those games on Tuesday. At least Mark and I will. There will be another crew there tomorrow.
Atencia, trae la pelota por este lado. Juan Diego Telles.
It's 38-37 in favor of Mexico, leading the host nation for Group A, Colombia. And these Colombia fans have been into this game.
Vamos, la primera es nuestra. La primera, vamos, con 22 pies. 22 pies. Correcto. Por favor, 22 pies. Rápido el bloqueo con ritmo. Vale. Lo que vamos a hacer es tener salgo del lado de 5.
Mexico, they've been shooting well from inside the arc. They're one of 9 three-point land. They just got to go back to their game and move the basketball, look inside out, and play from there.
And Moreno only played 5:30 of that first half. Teo only played 5:56. Troca just 5:03.
Right. And if you were to tell me that at halftime, I'd say, oh, Mexico's up big, and that's not the case.
Well, not only that, you look at the scoring by Troca and Teo and Moreno, 1 point among them.
Yeah.
So we are back underway. Mexico with first possession. Gutierrez. Open three. That's good. Mexico by 4, 41-37. Atencia into the front court, starting the second half in favor of Moreno. Alley-oop to Mosquera!
I don't see Troca over there on the bench.
Yeah, he might be still getting some treatment on that knee. Jackson. Called for the foul, and that is his third. Troca had the ankle.
It was teased.
Atencia giving it up to Angola. Now to Teo, up over Mata. The scoop won't go. Gutierrez Cruz leaves it underneath for Benitez. He misses. Teo the rebound. Here comes Jackson right side. Shot blocked by Mata. Cruz back the other way. Now Gutierrez, and he's going to draw the foul on Teo. There's a look at the alley-oop.
First minute and a half has been quite exciting, up and down.
Mascara jumping right into your screen. Set that up nicely. Cruz the pull-up. No. Rebound. Tapped out of bounds by Benitez. It'll be Colombia ball. Atencia in its front court. Around the screen by Mascara. Teo, 18. Banked that one. And we are tied up at 41. Early in the third quarter. Gutierrez around Mata, and he's going to draw the foul on Michaell Jackson. And for Jackson, that'll be foul number 4. And that's huge. Yes. Colombia. With 4:40 to play in quarter number 4, Virgin Islands leading Canada by 16, 76-60. So Jackson comes out. Monza comes on. Benitez the open jumper. No good. Mata the rebound, and they lost it on the way up.
Again, you invite Benitez to shoot anything outside of 5 feet all day long. But you got to secure that rebound.
First foul on Mascara. He didn't like it. Mata to the free throw line. Rattles around and in.
Mexico 9 for 10 from the line. Much better than their 58%.
Atencia. Scoop pass to Mascara, lays it in. That three no good. Now a foul on Benitez, showing a little bit of displeasure.
You also saw pressure out front, they'll run and jump angle, or they have the squad in there that can do it.
7:20 to play, third quarter. Canada has cut it to 10 with 3:15 to play. 77-67. Angola driving. Barone strips him. Gutierrez explodes into the lane and lays it in.
Nice post move out of the guard.
Teo, by Mata. Teo pulls up, brings out, Mata grabs the rebound. Cruz driving left side, pulling up and hitting.
Moreno calling timeout
Yep.
off of that.
Guillermo Moreno finds his team down 5, and he takes timeout with 6:23 to play. Third quarter. We're back in Medellin in just a moment.
Voy adentro, por ahí por abajo. Luego estoy ya aquí. El Hansel Mosquera aquí, estamos así, ¿eh? Esa es la cancha. El Angola aquí. Hey, Atencia. ¿Qué pasa a Mansa? Hey, Angola viene. ¿Sí? Protegen al lado opuesto a Angola. Y ellos, Hanner, entonces Angola se viene.
El doble este aquí, lo que has hecho, estoy tapando el rife y luego se abre uno. ¿De acuerdo? Atento si se abre el tuyo, porque a veces el que se abre el otro. Correcto. Vale. Venga, oye, siempre en el play. ¿Atacamos o defendemos? Defendemos. Vale.
47-43, Mexico leading
Atento
Colombia.
ahora de con el pico hacer un flash largo tuyo, en todas las situaciones. Agresivo.
6:23 to play in the third quarter. We will continue to keep an eye on that Group B game in Bahia Blanca between Virgin Islands and Canada. Virgin Islands have led by 16 in the fourth quarter. Canada cut it to 10, but now it's Virgin Islands by 12, 79-67 with 2:20 to play. Argentina, Venezuela, tipping off in a little less than an hour. Foul away from the ball. That's going to be on Giron. Second foul on Gabriel Giron.
Colombia is +9 with bench points. That leads to the fact that Perez hasn't been able to score for Mexico.
Angola, catch and shoot, good. Mosquera the rebound, and he gets hammered. And he'll go to the line.
He went up to get that one.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
The yellow hair of his was up above the rim.
It was there. It was close.
Monza got up there too. Giron will sit down. For the first time in this game, Idris Dawood comes in. Mosquera swishes the first free throw.
Right at their 70% average.
Things I was starting to think about in this game was the fatigue factor. 3 games in 3 days, but not only that, as Mosquera hits again, and we're tied back up at 47. We're playing at nearly a mile above sea level. The elevation of Medellin is 4,905 feet. That being said, Colombia should be used to it. Then again, so should Mexico.
True.
Mexico City, the elevation 2 years ago was 8,000 feet. Wow! Mosquera goes down hard. Now they change the foul call. The official says, holds his hand up to the crowd and says, "My fault," and changes the call. Get a look at it here, Mosquera. Yeah, there was no foul there by Mosquera at all.
No. Went up to cleanly get it and then was bumped. Boy, those are the ones you don't want to see where that guy's feet are out from underneath him.
So the foul was assessed to Mata, and that's his third, so he sits down.
Playing really loose because they really have nothing on the line. And you said, hey, just let it go and fly. Just go. That's what they're doing.
The throw by Angola is good, and now Colombia back on top. So the timeout by Guillermo Moreno really paid off.
Sure did.
5-point run, make it a 6-point run for Colombia. With a minute 46 to play in Bahia Blanca, Virgin Islands leading Canada 83-69. Dawood into the lane. And he'll go to the line.
And Mexico is well under their pace of 84 points a game.
Is that their shooting, or is that the defense of Colombia?
I think it's a little bit of both tonight. Because they're shooting their two-pointers. That's been fine for Mexico. They just haven't hit any threes. But Colombia, conversely, they're doing a good job. They're getting to the free throw line, they're knocking down their free throws, and they're hitting their shots.
Dawood ties it up. It's got Alvarado on the back of his jersey, but listed as Dawood in the lineup as another alley-oop. That one to Mosquera. Couldn't quite flush it, but still a highlight reel play. And Colombia's back on top. Mosquera, another rebound, and Mosquera's having himself a game. Teo to Mosquera, out to Atencia. Three-pointer on the way. Short. Gets it back. Launches it again. Almost banked that one in. And the rebound tap to Dawood.
That one looked a lot better, the second one. I thought that one was good.
Andre Mosquera, 15 points and 5 rebounds.
Wow.
Colombia.
He's doing a nice job.
Atencia with the left hand. And now it's a 4-point lead for Colombia. 12-2 run for the host nation.
Gutierrez. I believe they counted the basket.
Yeah. Seconds left. Virgin Islands 83, Canada 69.
Atencia doing the number, 21 minutes. He's got 6 points. But more importantly, he's taking care of the offense. He has 9 assists.
Just 1 turnover and 4 steals. Angola to the line.
Yeah, that was loud.
Atencia again off the glass and in! Well, they put those 2 points up on the board for Mexico.
Yeah, they'll get it corrected.
Yeah, they did. 56-51 Colombia. Gutierrez the fadeaway and good.
Atencia knew when Moreno went out with those 3 fouls, he was going to get the bulk of the minutes. And he's playing so relaxed tonight.
That time, got himself in the air and turned it over, and that led to an easy bucket for Dawood, and Mexico back to within 1. Missed the dunk. final in Bahia Blanca. Virgin Islands 83, Canada 71.
That's an upset.
That is an upset. Walter Hodge, 25 points, 8 assists for Virgin Islands. Led Canada with 10. Angola's 3 missed. And it'll be out of bounds to Mexico. What a huge, huge win for that Virgin Islands program and Coach Sam Mitchell.
Perez hasn't scored tonight, averaging 18.5. He's only taken 3 shots in about 13 minutes.
Dalwood tried to get it underneath to Garibay, and that goes out of bounds. It'll be Colombia ball. 2:04 to play, third quarter. Colombia hanging on to a 1-point lead.
Shooting percentage is creeping up, 40% from 2s, 33% from 3s. .67% from the line.
13 of 19. Mexico is 11 of 12 from the strike. And that rumble of thunder drew an ooh from the crowd. Three by Dalwood, no good. Mateo grabs the rebound. 1:25 to play, third quarter. Atencia. Shot missed by Mosquera, rebound by Mata.
Oh, he got away with a walk.
Dalwood has it blocked by Mosquera, but he draws the foul. It'll be his second.
Perez got away with a walk.
Yeah, he did. Now I know who Hansel Atencia reminds me of. He reminds me of the young man on the Virgin Islands team, Angel Rivera. Rivera didn't play tonight, but he's a high energy guy, about the same size, maybe even a little shorter than Atencia. Good outside shooter. He's like a male version of Melissa Gretter.
Oh my. That's saying a lot.
Mexico back to within 2.
Well, this fourth quarter setting up to be a dandy.
Yes, it is. Angola lost it off his leg out of bounds, and it'll be Mexico ball with 56.5 to play in the third.
Colombia's bench tonight, how they've stepped up to the challenge.
Perez directing traffic. Now here's Cruz. shoot. Cruz in the lane, hanging and banking it in. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter now. Atencia. Perez, baseline jumper long. Angola tracks down the rebound, does not get it off. .7 seconds left in the third quarter. Benitez sits down for Mexico. Edgar Moreno comes back on for Colombia. As Mascara sits down again to a nice round of applause from the appreciative home fans. Giron back on for Mexico.
Mascara sits down with 15 points, 5 boards.
Cruz inside to Garibay. Reverse is good. And at the end of the third quarter, Mexico takes a 2-point lead, 60-58. What a pass in traffic from Cruz to Giron, and the nice finish going to the reverse side. 60-58. 1 quarter to play in Medellin. Underway here in Medellin. Mexico with a 2-point lead. Mexico with a win here would move through to the semifinals in Cordoba, Argentina on September 2nd and 3rd.
Somebody's done a nice job. They've doubled their output on bench scoring. They have 32 points off the bench. Oh, make it 34.
Mosquera missed, but Luis Almanza with the follow.
And they've outscored Mexico on fast break points 12-6.
Perez misses the 3. Teo taps the rebound to Mosquera. I'll take a moment to wish my wife a happy birthday back home in the States. Sorry I couldn't be there. I hope she's not watching, actually. I hope she's doing something fun besides listening to me blather on about basketball. Teo gets called for the offensive foul. At any rate, happy birthday. Hope you're having a good evening. That's the third foul on Teo. That's a good call.
Yeah, he lowered that right shoulder. still kind of baffled here at Perez. Only 4 shots. It's not like Colombia's taken an effort to take him out of the game.
Yeah.
He just hasn't been as assertive as we've seen on Friday night and Saturday night.
Well, maybe he's waiting until the 4th quarter. Now would be a good time.
That would be a good time. Now he's okay because of the fouls. I think before he was kind of worried about that.
Could very well be. Giron around Mata. Back to Mata. To Garibay. Off the glass and in. And the foul.
How about that? We're not playing any minutes to 10 points. And that's what we like about professional players, that they are always ready. They might not call on for a game or two, but when it's their time, they're ready to go in. That's a mindset. Full pressure, 1-2-2.
Stand corrected. Garibay was not on the roster in 2015. I know I've seen him at a tournament there. Teo in traffic. Boy, Almanza pulled that rebound out of the air. Atencia, 2 to shoot. Long 3-pointer blocked by Giron, and that's a shot clock violation. From the right elbow, no good. And out of bounds. Garibay played for Mexico in the 2016 Central Basket Championship and the 2015 Pan Am Games.
Doing a tremendous job tonight with the time he's been given. Taking full advantage of every minute.
Scara to Angola inside. They were trying to get Atencia. That's a tough pass there. Jackson fades away. Score the bucket for Michaell Jackson. Shovel pass ahead to Jackson. Into the lane. Twists through the air. Kicks his own teammate Teo. And still gets it to go.
Kept his eye on the basket the entire time.
Can't complete the three-point play. Mata with the rebound, and Angola's going to get called for that foul. As you can see, the crowd didn't like it. It's only foul number 2 on Angola. I can't believe they didn't get Garibay or the Giron for the lane violation.
All right. 3 team fouls on Colombia.
Just 1 on Mexico. By Angola. And the crowd out, and Colombia wanted a foul. After Angola poked it away, he was held by Cruz.
I was watching, I couldn't see that with the official.
Perez skips his way into the lane, no good. Garibay can't get the follow, loses it out of bounds, and that'll be Colombia ball.
Now Perez is starting to get frustrated with himself.
Yeah. Atencia. Well, the more I think about it now, the more he could be Angel Rivera's twin brother from Virgin Islands. On Mateo, he has it swatted away. Steal by Cruz. Jackson's got to be careful here.
Right.
He's got 4 fouls.
Yep.
Now the reach in by Atencia.
One more, and that'll put Mexico on the line.
He went around the back of him.
Yeah.
Made contact.
Get it in. That's 5. Oh, nice hands.
Lots of misses. Mosquera the rebound. Yeah, I thought it was close. Every bit of 4.5.
Exactly.
Teo. Lane. Out to Mosquera. Mosquera back to Teo. 4 to shoot. Teo shot short. Gutierrez the rebound. 5:40 to play. Mexico by 1. 2 games already in the books today. Puerto Rico down Brazil 89-80, and the Virgin Islands with the upset over Canada 83-71. One more game on tap. Argentina, Venezuela set to tip off in about 26 minutes in Bahia Blanca.
Mexico will be shooting the rest of the quarter while Mexico only has 1 team toss, so Colombia's going to have a while.
And Mexico 13 of 15 from the free throw line. All Mexico has to do is keep getting to the line now.
Yep. They've improved on their 58% from the previous 2 games.
Fans doing all they can to distract Gutierrez, but could not. Now Mosquera comes out. Give him a little break. Mosquera's played 27 minutes tonight.
15 and 7, 15.7 boards.
Mexico foul is on Alex Perez, and that's his 3rd. Mexico by 3, 5:22 to play. Absolutely no way Colombia is going away in this one.
No.
Wins this game, they're through to the semis. If they lose by more than 2 points, their plus minus
That's right on there. It's right
will be 24. And Puerto Rico is plus 25. So we'll have to see how that shakes out, because Mexico beat Puerto Rico head-to-head.
tight here. Free throw shooting of Mexico. Will it catch up with them? So far it hasn't at 83%, 15 of 18 for the game.
I'll try to get some clarification from FIBA here on what happens if Mexico loses this game by more than 2, because Mexico defeated Puerto Rico by 3 head-to-head. Currently leads by 2 inside 5 minutes to play in this game now. Moreno back to Angola, open 3. Yes! Colombia has the lead again, 4:39 to play. 67-66 on another big three-pointer by Brian Angola. He's got 16.
It's been a while since he had scored. Cruz answers.
Yeah, Cruz at the other end quiets the crowd momentarily as Mexico goes back up 2. What a great way to end this tournament.
Oh, absolutely.
A couple of great games to start. Angola for 3 again, just short.
Oh, what presence of mind.
Yeah, because everybody was watching Cruz try to keep that ball in bounds, and saw the run out. As you look at the long 3 by Angola and the splash down. Timeout Colombia, they've got 1 left. Mexico with all of its timeouts left, 71-67, 3:59 to play, 4th quarter.
Hey, tenemos 4 y 4. Pero, hey, ahora hay que jugar mejor defensa. ¿Cómo vivo esto, Epa, vamos a ir primera. Angola, Diego Tello, primer pantallador, Hanner, segundo pantallador. Hey, mire lo que vamos a hacer. Pantalla Jackson. Jackson viene y circula. Hey, Hanner, pantalla su propio hombre. Vamos a estar agresivos, como estáis, atentos, jugamos arriba pase y preparados en la esquina para jugar en continuidad. Vamos,
71-67, 3:59 to play in the 4th quarter. With a win, Mexico advances to the semifinals. If they lose by 2 points or more, we will have to see how FIBA adjudicates it, because FIBA defeated Puerto Rico head-to-head, but Puerto Rico would have just as many group points as Mexico and win on point differential. So we're waiting for some clarification from FIBA on that point.
And if anything would need adjudicated, it would be that.
We saw that exact thing happen in the women's tournament a couple weeks ago in Buenos Aires. Brazil got through on point differential, but that was a 3-way tie. Stolen away by Mata. Oh, and Mata gets taken out from underneath by Tello, and that's going to be an unsportsmanlike on Tello without doubt.
He had no way of breaking that fall. His feet were out from under him. Oh my.
And that is 5 fouls on Tello, one of the top scorers for Colombia. That's the second time Mata's gone down hard in this tournament. Remember, we saw him take the elbow to the forehead in that first game. You see it again here. Yeah, Tello was not trying to foul him there. He thought about it and then held up and then tried to hold back. You still have to call the unsportsmanlike element.
Right, and he didn't even have his arms out.
Yeah.
None of that. It was just his torso. Caught Mata.
And Mata came down on his hip and tailbone and backside.
Tell you what, he's going to be sore tomorrow after this weekend, the way he's played.
At least he gets a couple days off.
Yeah.
Provided Mexico wins this game.
True.
Semifinal starts September 2nd in Cordoba. Soon Mexico will fly straight to Cordoba. According to the clarification by FIBA, we heard from Federico Lopez in the communications department, Mexico, even if they lose this game, they will be tied with Puerto Rico, but by virtue of the head-to-head win over Puerto Rico, Mexico will be through. So regardless of the outcome of this game, Mexico will be in the semifinals along with Argentina. Argentina, by virtue of being the host nation for the finals, have been granted passage into the semis out of Group B.
You know Mexico wants to win this to go 3-0.
Yes, definitely. Atencia, the step back from the baseline, no good. Mexico up by 6 now. 2:48 to play. The floater by Cruz up and in. And does Colombia have one more run?
If they do, they need it now.
Slipped behind the back dribble there by Cruz to give himself some space.
He's a solid ball player. He doesn't ever force anything either, which is good.
How difficult does that make things for Canada now, by the way, in Group B?
Right.
You've got Argentina and Venezuela you still have to play. And Argentina is already through to the semis, so tapped by Mata.
Got to go with the full court pressure. Absolutely. Seconds, 2.
Cruz, that got tipped. Foul's going to be on Gutierrez, his 4th. Jackson. Colombia cannot afford to miss free throws now.
Nope, that's their 10th miss.
Exactly 2 minutes left. Mendez was over the baseline.
just going to say that.
1:45 to play in the game.
Unbelievable. Right. And that Mexico would have the lead.
Gutiérrez with his first real big game in this tournament. Gutierrez had only 4. Against Brazil, he got 14. Now he's got 22. No foul as Atencia crashes to the floor.
We can run some clock here.
Perfect. Is good by Gutierrez. Yeah, he couldn't have done it any better than that. And Colombia takes its final timeout. Down 11 now with a minute 12 to play.
You know, it's been another great effort by Colombia.
Yeah, it really has.
Just ran out of steam.
Todas las jugadas de él con drible, apenas drible hacia uno de ustedes, o si tiene drible hacia usted, vamos a hacer un trap. Trap al driblador. Tratemos, hey, chiquillo, Hansel, hey, Angola, el que está aquí, hey, Michaell Jackson.
That forced everyone else to play a lot
Hey,
more
lo que vamos a
minutes.
hacer es cuando le entreguen la pelota a
They
Atencia,
stepped up their game as a
Michaell
result
viene
of
por
it.
acá, Angola viene
Teo
por
had to
acá.
foul out.
Hey, tiramos a Angola.
Mosquera played a
Ustedes
tremendous
dos,
game.
una buena pared aquí. Vamos, hey.
Matroga only played 5 minutes in this
¿Vale?
game.
Lo vais marcando. O pulgar o arriba pase. ¿Vale? En la salida de presión, Jorge, saca tú de fondo que te den el pase a vuelta y salimos. Venga, vamos. Dale. Venga, concentración,
It's 11.
Dale, 1, 3, go.
Colombia, kind of squint and maybe imagine those uniforms being Indiana Pacers, and maybe imagine one of them being Reggie Miller. Scoring 12 points in 8 seconds or whatever that was.
Yes, in New York.
I remember watching that, and I think I actually literally fell off my couch because I could not believe what I had just seen.
It was unbelievable.
Angola catch and shoot. That was a pretty good look. Mosquera loses it.
Oh, yeah, he has good lift on his jump shot.
Clock. Now it's keep away for Mexico. Sergio Valdeomios channeling his inner Dean Smith as they shoot the ball as the shot clock expires. Atencia scores, 35.2 to play. And now Diego Willis comes on for the first time in this tournament. So everybody on Team Mexico has played in this one now. 18-year-old Diego Willis. Gutierrez sits down with 24 points. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. That is a night's work.
Tremendous job.
For 3, and that's good. So Mexico pulling away down the stretch, 82-70. They will advance, removing all mystery. This win over Colombia, the semifinals in Cordoba, Argentina, taking place on September 2nd.
Did I not say they weren't on track for their pace of 84 games? Or 84 points? Well, looky here, they're at 82.
I don't know how they did it, but
yeah,
the big second half. Now batted out of bounds by Angola. This one goes final. Mexico advances to the semifinals in Cordoba with an 82-70 win over a gritty Colombia team.
Colombian fans recognizing the effort of their home team.
A very game effort by Colombia. But it was not to be. They finished this tournament 0-3, but they played 3 very good games, very competitive games. Again, you have to wonder with the injury to Ortiz and in this last game, Troca.
They had 2 out of the 3 games that were conceivably winnable. One for sure.
Well, and this one was
right to the end.
Yeah, up until about the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
So Mexico moves to the semis, sweeping Group A, defeating Brazil, Puerto Rico, and now Colombia. Argentina, Venezuela set to tip off in about 7 minutes in Bahia Blanca. Earlier on tonight, Virgin Islands with the upset over Canada. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and call that a shocker, a major upset. Virgin Islands over Canada, even though I said don't count Virgin Islands out.
But you've seen them play, so.
I have seen Virgin Islands play quite a bit.
I'll go with that then.
And I think the margin of victory surprised me, but their capability of defeating Canada really did not. At any rate, let's run down the final numbers on this one. Colombia 1 more turnover, steals even. As we look at the game leaders for each category. Mexico ended up shooting 45% from the floor. Colombia 35%. Mexico was 57% from 2-point range and 20 of 23 from the free throw line. Colombia did not shoot the ball well in any phase of the game. 37% from 2, 31% from 3, and just 61% from the free throw line. For victorious Team Mexico, Avalos had 4 points, 6 rebounds. Dawood had 5 points, Gutierrez 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Garibay 11 points, 5 rebounds. Francisco Cruz 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Gabriel Giron a little bit quiet tonight, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Alex Perez did not score in this one after leading Mexico in its first 2 games, but he did have 4 assists. Hector Hernandez did not play in this game. Benitez had 4 points, 3 rebounds. Lorenzo Mata 9 points, 7 boards, and Israel Gutierrez 2 points, 5 rebounds. For Colombia, Edgar Moreno 3 rebounds, played much of the game in foul trouble. Almanza had 6 points, 6 rebounds. Michael Jackson 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. Atencia 12 points, 9 assists. Brian Angola 16 points, 3 boards. Perez 2 points. Mejia had a big 3 at the end of the first half. Troca in his limited time. Hunter Mosquera, a big game for Colombia. 15 points, 7 rebounds. And Monteo, 3 points and 6 rebounds. We got a glimpse at the future of Colombia basketball tonight. Hunter Mosquera, just 24 years old, out of East Tennessee State. Hansel Atencia, just 20. Brian Angola, 23 years old. Mejia, 23 years old. Almanza, just 26. And then you have the over 30 crowd, maybe passing the baton a little bit here tonight. Moreno at 36. Jackson at 30. Perez at 28. Hernandez 33. Forgot to mention Tony Troca, only 23 years old. And Monteo 32. So the next group of Colombia is going to get better.
That's not bad. Now they need to find some height, some bigger guys in the middle.
And they've got that 6'8", 6'9" down, but if they can find a big stopper in the middle,
they can find a 6'10".
Handle Mata
there you go.
Handle some of the bigger guys in South America.
And they'll need to probably get another point guard in there too with Moreno.
Yep. But the future bright for Team Colombia. Mexico, meanwhile, moves on to the semis on September 2nd in Bahia Blanca. For my partner, Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Feda saying thanks for watching. This has been Group A of the 2017 FIBA AmeriCup Championship Tournament from Coliseo Iván de Beidou in Medellin, Colombia. We will be back in Montevideo on Tuesday. USA, Panama tomorrow in Montevideo. Dominican Republic and Uruguay in Montevideo as Group C kicks off. Tomorrow in Bahia Blanca, it'll be Virgin Islands and Venezuela and Canada, Argentina. Virgin Islands again with the huge upset over Canada, 83-71. Been a great time here in Medellin. We'd like to thank you all for watching, wherever you tuned in from around the Americas and around the world. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.